Okay, so I know the title is a little misleading. I will still be playing Warzone, trying to get some funny moments here and there, but Warzone has a major problem. And it's not even a problem that is recent. This has been going on since launch. And I am sick and tired of it. So I don't know how long this video is going to be. I'm just going to say what I need to say, and then that's it. But basically, Warzone's cheating problem has never been worse. I can't tell you how many games I get into where there's a cheater that immediately shoots me out of the sky, or drops where majority people drop and just wipes out half the lobby in a matter of seconds with just the pistol that they spawn with. This clip is of the last time I played Warzone. We first noticed that he was a cheater when halfway through the game I landed on our loadout and he was guarding it. I called him a pussy because, he's cheating. And, well, I didn't know that. I called him a pussy because he was monkey guarding the loadouts. But as I watched the kill cam, I realized that when I dropped on the lower side of the V-shaped stairs by Harbor on the Resurgence map. And when I watched the kill cam, he looked in the direction of the loadouts that were on top of the stairs, and he snapped onto my head through the brick wall. Then, when I went up the stairs, he stopped aiming and snapped onto my head again, and lasered me with a regular drop green well gun. He wasn't toggling, he wasn't doing anything to hide the cheats, but was he banned? No. Did we all report him? Yes. Is Activision going to do something about it? Probably not. Sadly, I didn't record that clip. I didn't have my OBS open, but Christian did record him dying to the cheater, and that's the clip that you will see now. And the thing is that every time you launch the game, it's basically a commercial for their Ricochet anti-cheat. But as most people know by now, that when that launched, people that were cheating before said, "Oh look, that anti-cheat has the same backdoor as every cheat." So it stopped no one besides the super poor streaming on Facebook Live people that buy like the $5 hacks. So it didn't solve any problem at all. And there was this clip that I'll show you now that during the first free weekend of Warzone, or not of Warzone, of Vanguard, there was a cheater in my game. And, of course, I didn't record that either. My Xbox Shadow Record didn't record the gameplay itself, or even the end when everyone on our team and theirs was making fun of the cheater for hacking. What it did record that I decided to keep was when I was describing what was happening to my friends in the Xbox party app because they couldn't hear game chat. And basically what was happening was this guy had blatant walls, aim lock, bullet tracing, all that shit. So no one could do anything about it. And his excuse for cheating was, it's a free weekend, as if, you know, that doesn't affect everyone else's gameplay. It makes me not want to buy the game, it makes others not want to buy the game, it makes those that have paid for the game not want to play it. And at the time, Ricochet wasn't out, but, you know, there was a bunch of commercials for it. And all the guys on my team were laughing, saying how Activision doesn't give a shit, they're fucking dog shit programmers, because, you know, they act like this Ricochet anti-cheat is the best anti-cheat out there. At the time it wasn't even out, but now that it is out, and it's been out for a while, that is still just as relevant. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to show you that clip that I'm talking about. It's not long, but it's just to provide a little bit of context.
Yeah, and then after we started joking about how he couldn't possibly be she, we started saying, like, as you heard, like the Razer keyboard and shit like that. And then some dude brought up the fact that they have an entire trailer for their anti-cheat. We were like, oh yeah! Imagine gloating about your anti-cheat so bad, and within the first couple of weeks of the game launching, there's already blatant hackers that aren't even trying to hide it.
Is that they advertise it every time you launch any of their games, and it rarely works, and it only works on those that buy like the $5 hacks that stream on Facebook Live. This is getting ridiculous. This is just terrible. Activision needs to do something about it. And personally, the only reason I'm still playing it is Warzone specifically, but I'll play multiplayers and zombies, but Warzone specifically, the only reason I'm still playing it is because I'm on PC while my friends are on Xbox. So it's one of the few games that are cross-plat. But once they get their PCs, I will not be playing Warzone. Except for the odd occasion of playing the large map quads just for funny moments, because it's pretty easy to get funny moments content in quads. But back to the cheating. Here are a bunch of pictures that I took from the scoreboard, the Warzone top whatever scoreboard. And a few of these names are bad, like they're a slur, like one is an N-word. I will not be blurring them out, because I want to show my... It's proof of what I am saying, of how little Activision cares. Because if you can hack the scoreboard and them not do anything, even though your account is up there, your name is up there, and they don't ban you, it says a lot. Because that's the easiest people to ban. So these are screenshots of the top players of Warzone that I took not too long ago. And as you can see with these, I have the last position on each page show up in the first position of the next. So 20 to 30, or 1 to 20, 20 to 39, 39 to 58, 58 to 77. As you can see here, the Hulk's uncle shows up about 5 times on the first 2 pages alone, under 3 different names. First, it's, well, from number 1, it's the Hulk's uncle TTV. And then TTV, the Hulk's uncle, twice in a row. Then there's TTV Hulk, and then back to TTV, the Hulk's uncle. So 3 different names, 5 times, Activision has done nothing. Shoddy'sLobby.com. Probably a website where you can hire hackers to hack for you and get you wins or buy hacks. Again, they have done nothing. They show up quite a few times throughout the first 3 pages. Acid Services, Acid 3447. It's very similar, and yet their stats are exactly the same, but they're on 2 different platforms. And then Acid Services again. You have call and a phone number, which I'm guessing could only lead to something bad. Do not call that. And a swastika. Now, I do recognize that it is not the swastika on a 45-degree angle to mean Nazis, but knowing this game and its blatant racism from the community, I severely doubt that they meant the peace, love, and prosperity version of the swastika. You then have people just messing around called Vlad Putin, but with how many kills and deaths they have, with the ratio and average kills, you can only really assume that they are hacking. You then have Hitman Mods and StatsHack.me. Just another website that gives you hacks. Activision has done nothing. On the second page, you have King Louis that shows up quite a few times, I'm pretty sure. I heart Putin, or I love Putin. Just people messing around, but again, through... what is that? 2 trillion or something like that? Hold on. 2,147,483,647 kills to 1 death. Unless that is just they're a really good player and the leaderboard doesn't show the full thing, I severely doubt that. You then have Hitman Mods again. ShoddyCheats.com, same guy. Shoddy's Lobby. Then you get into some really fucked things. As you can see in position 47, he is rank 1, not Prestige, and that's his name. He seems like a legit player with his kills and deaths, but not even like a really, like a seriously legit player. He just seems like someone who plays a lot and is just really good at video games, but has clearly done something to get away with that name, because if I put something as like Poopy as my name, I'll be flagged and then, you know, have my name erased, and I can only have user 149156 or some shit, some random assigned number. It doesn't make any sense. As you go on, there's some normal people in these last few dozen. But I mean, their ratios still don't really make not a whole lot of sense. Like, they could still just be really good gamers. But I'm just gonna show them all for you because I took quite a few screenshots. And I know somewhere in here, number 47 shows up a second time, at least. I don't know if I don't know if that was in the first couple of pages or like if I passed it, but he was in there. He was in there twice, I think. This just goes to show that Activision doesn't care. And just to prove my point even further, I have this. This screenshot is taken from one of the first seasons before Cold War came out. And it shows the exact same problem. With this guy, the guy in first place score is 1,334,067,894. Total time played. 20,668 days. 13 hours and 48 minutes. With 22,000 days, you would end up in 56 years ago. As far as I know, Warzone only really came out in like 2018. As from this recording date, that's 4 years ago. He has 1,800,064,726 games played with an average score of 0. Did Activision ban them? I have no idea. Seriously seems like when you go on to when you go on to Warzone to see their score, who's at the top, you need to flip through about 20 pages before you get to the actual players, the non-hackers. And I will be showing, these are the guys right here that you see now. These are the guys that were hacking in the Resurgence game that I was talking about earlier. I'm not blurring their names because, well, Johnny Dubs is the hacker, and everyone else paid him to hack for them to get a win. At the end of that game, I started talking shit, calling them losers for having to pay someone to hack for them to get them a win, because that has to be the saddest shit. I don't condone buying prostitutes, but I feel like buying a prostitute is better spent than buying a hacker on Warzone to get you a couple of wins. Like, that's just sad. That's just pathetic and sad. Immediately after that game, too, the two guys that paid for the hacker changed their names and their clan tags so we couldn't report them because we couldn't get their names. So, if you have seen these people, if you know who they are, report them, let Activision know. If you see them in future games, let them know how dog shit they are. Am I promoting violence through the internet? No. But they're taking advantage of a broken system. But am I saying that they deserve violence put on them? No. Am I saying I can control your actions? No. All I'm saying is don't harass them, but I can't control your actions. Do they deserve the wrath of the internet? Maybe, kind of, yeah. Like, these people are just the biggest pieces of shit. They ruin my experience, they ruin everyone else's experience, and then they wonder why people call them pussies. And notice how I'm not even censoring this video. It's because I don't give a shit. This is something that needs to be talked about. These people are just the fucking worst. And Activision is doing their bare minimum to do anything about this. They only just implement a anti-cheat, and their anti-cheat is severely flawed. Hackers get through the back door every day, and if they get a ban, they just make a new account with the same hacks, same bullshit, and they get through again. The best thing for Activision to do for their community now is to IP ban someone. And not just someone, everyone. If you get caught hacking, you can't make a second account. That's it. You're IP banned. If you are caught paying someone to hack for you to get you a win on Warzone, IP ban. Because it's just ridiculous that this is still happening, even with the Ricochet anti-cheat implemented. There needs to be stricter consequences for cheating. I think that's all I wanted to say for now. Sorry this was such a long video. I didn't intend for it to be this long, but I just need to talk about this because, I don't know, maybe for some reason Activision will see this. I don't know, like maybe even though I'm such a small channel, maybe enough people will share it that Activision will see it, enough people will like it, big YouTubers will see it, everyone will spread the message, and Activision will do their job for once in their fucking lives. Who knows? Only time will tell. But for now, that's all I wanted to say. I'll see you later.